This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where tonight my friends and I will be playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called The Moonchild. It was written by Paul Fricker, and it's from the collection Nameless Horrors. It's available from Chaosium and also from Drive-Thru RPG. Our keeper of arcane lore is Mike Machen, and this is episode 1. We want to include a content warning. This scenario may include drug use, gaslighting, domestic abuse, physical and mental, sexual misconduct, child endangerment, and self-deletion. Folks, there are a number of ways you can help our gaming club. We don't monetize our show, so we rely on your donations to pay for things. If you can spare a couple of bucks, we will be deeply appreciative. You can also share the info about our club with others, hit the like button, and leave us feedback. We love to hear from you. For our Patreon, you can follow the QR code or the link in the description. Thanks for your support. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Mike?
Oh, thank you so much, Tom. Here goes. If someone asked you about the best days of your life, you might pause a second before answering, because you might be trying to figure out the parameters with which to gauge such a time. Was there ever a time of pure, uninterrupted happiness? Those languid summer afternoons of your childhood, perhaps? But the edges of your memory suggest boredom at times, and the constant desire to be older and experience the freedoms that come with growing up. So, the best days might have been those years at at Northtown University some 15 to 20 years ago, even if they were also years fraught with a turbulent spin of emotions and experiences. The times when perhaps you felt more and felt more keenly than you could even imagine now, and you lived more passionately than anything before or after. Certainly, there were moments of doubt and anguish among the glory and excitement, and the partying and the friendships you made. But as you reflect on that original question, perhaps it was some of those challenging spots that made the rest of it so sweet, even as some of the details have become foggy in your memory over the years since. It was your time with the NUOS, the Northtown University Occult Society, that you were a founding member. Hell, you were one of the 13 who ran the thing, the inner circle brought together by your friend David. That group gave you a sense of belonging and value, for some of you, for the first time in your life. Naturally, it managed to both be liminal space and something almost like home. And you moved on from the university and occult society into jobs and marriages, and slowly drifted apart from the other members. There was hardship and struggle that came after. But now, as you've reached a plateau of some kind in your 40s, you can reminisce quite fondly, even if you choose to leave certain parts in the past. So whether by some latent telepathic link or just a time that you're all reaching out as you get older, it was only a matter of time until someone reached out. A text message from your old friend Sarah Moore the other day came to your phone. She's desperate to talk with the group of you at a downtown Coffee Sparks location. And at that point, we'll look on. It's a warm autumn day. It's leaves are falling. It's still a little bit of summer is hanging on. And you are all showing up at the coffee shop. And who do we think arrives first?
I probably do. I pull my car up outside and and head inside. I look around to see if I recognize anyone. I'm expecting to see Sarah. Oh, there's Sarah over there.
Yeah, she is.
Hello,
You can see
Sarah.
she's at a table, and you see her sitting there. She looks quite intently at her phone and looks up to see you and waves you over. As you do, you see a glimpse of yourself in the window behind her, and for a second, seeing Sarah, it's like you're transported back 20 years in time. And how do you see yourself in that time as to how you are now?
Well, I mean, I was very energetic. In the club, I mean, we used to have discussions and lectures and bring in guest speakers, and I used to do a lot of the organizing of that. And it did give me a sense of, I always felt like I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it always seemed to work out. So I guess I was doing something good. Um, I look in the mirror and I remember, or in the glass, I remember, I used to be quite a good-looking woman. I've gotten old. I'm not really vain, so I'm not into facelifts or makeup, too much makeup and all that, and grow old gracefully. Um, and then I see my current reflection and remember that it's missing something, and what it's missing is my deceased husband, Gary. Um, he was always in the reflection with me for 15 years, and I miss him. But life goes on, and I haven't gotten past it. I'm dealing with it. Oh, Sarah,
Oh,
I'm going to get a
yeah,
cafe
yeah,
mocha before we sit down.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And she waves you over just as she turns to see someone else coming into the coffee shop.
I think John shows up next because he's a nurse. He has to be punctual with his job, so he's going to be punctual for this meeting. Um, so John, he comes up, he looks into the glass, and he sees himself when he was a young college student. He was many years and many pounds ago. Uh, um, he had long hair at the time, was, again, fairly thin. Uh, Struggled though with a lot of, struggled with addictions, struggled with, low self-esteem, and the scars. And he just kind of looks at kind of the various scars that he has on his bodies, most of which are self-inflicted, one of which is not. It's a scar on the palm of his hand that, well, he doesn't quite remember or know how he got that. But anyway, and then he looks at himself now, heavier, losing his hair, but he also feels good about himself because he works in the psychiatric department, and he tries to help others in the way that he was once helped. And so he feels like he's kind of got his life turned around. It's been years since he's done any drugs or alcohol heavily. And with that, he stops seeing the reflection of himself, and he looks through the window and he sees Alicia and Sarah, and then he gives them a wave, and then he heads into the cafe.
Wonderful. And as you join the other two, maybe we'll flash over to someone else arriving.
Hello. Maybe it's me next because I'm used to sort of meeting people and being on time, and I got a good parking certificate in my car that allows me to not be late for these events. I see my reflection in the mirror, and I think, gosh, what'll they think of me now? Then I used to be, perky, life of the party, everybody's friend. I used to think it wasn't just NUOS. I was a cheerleader for a long while and hanging out with the jocks and and so on, and other groups. I just wanted to have the full college experience and to that they promised me, because my childhood, it was a little on the boring side. I have to say, it was a very straight-laced family, and but NUS, that was a great part of my life. I actually got to speak to people when I wasn't when there wasn't dancing music going on, when there weren't too many substances around, and actually got to know some of these guys as friends and more. But I wasn't. I mean, was I one of the in crowd? I don't know. I mean, I just had so many things going on in my life. My exams weren't the most important thing there, but it's worked out okay. I work for the Northtown Inquirer now, as local journalist. I thought marriage would fix me, but unfortunately it didn't. And the guy that I'm maybe didn't make the best choice in that guy. So I'm still moody as I was, although there was another surname in the middle there, which I'd rather not talk about for now. And the good thing about being a journalist is you get to find a lot of different ideas, different things going on that people are up to. And it was through that I got involved in Buddhism. And as much as anything makes sense now, I suppose it's Buddhism. I wouldn't say I'm an all-star Buddhist. I don't really, I'm still a beginner at it, but it does give me some peace of mind here. And,
how
Sarah.
do you contrast go ahead. I was going to say, how do you contrast that with all the occult stuff you used to be part of?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was doing some seances at the time, and something was making the table move. I have to say, a couple of times when or making the Ouija thing move around. A couple of times when nothing seemed to be happening, I did poke it a bit because I didn't want everyone else to be bored. But I look at that, back on that, and think, yeah, you know, it was a bit childish. But it did kind of inspire me, and I found there was an inner voice talking to me sometimes, and that inner voice I also get from Buddhism without having the seance thing going on. Some of my friends in Buddhism say I shouldn't listen to those inner voices too much, that it's a question more about achieving inner calm. It's about peace of mind. And they're probably right. I don't know.
Fair. And as you come into the Coffee Sparks location, you can see Sarah and Alicia and John are there already. And they wave. You can see some of them are standing up at the counter. There's a young barista taking their orders and preparing their drinks.
Oh, hi, guys.
Oh, you're muted, Thom.
Hey, come on over. Come on over, Melinda.
Yes, I haven't placed my order yet. What would you like? I'll get you something.
Oh, can I have a green tea, please?
Green
herbal tea.
Oh, that's quite a bit different than what you used to drink, but okay.
And just as you finish speaking, the bus passes by outside and you hear the brakes stop and the hydraulics of it move, and a second later it picks up and goes, and people are walking by, moving out in the street, and you see another face that you recognize outside just coming into the shop.
That would probably be Eric. He owns a car. He has plenty of money.
Oh, there's Eric.
Yeah, running an accounting business, but you know, he just doesn't feel like driving now. He kind of maybe looking at the shop window sees a sort of vision of his past self, a lot skinnier, kind of messy blonde hair, his nose kind of always running, and he's wearing this worn out Northtown U t-shirt. But now he is sort of overweight. His hair's still blonde, but it's a lot neater now, and he kind of wears this constant business casual. And so with him, he has this briefcase where he carries it like it's a sort of burden, and it is, an assortment of documents and brochures he does not want to look at that he recently picked up today. But now his thoughts are on this meeting, so he walks in and probably just goes straight to the table.
Yeah.
I'll get you a macchiato. That's what you like, isn't it?
That's correct, Alicia. How are you holding up?
Oh,
We can-
I'm managing. He's the most wonderful accountant.
He half smiles at that and goes and sits down probably next to Sarah.
Yeah. What do the others see when they see you, Eric?
Kind of tired looking, honestly.
Yeah.
He's, you know, he wasn't ever really that into the occult club. He seemed to have his mind and time occupied with other things, but he was at least present at the meetings, maybe not fully investing his skills. Like, he was good at accounting, but not, really helping out the club all that much. But now he's just kind of tired and a bit wary.
Yeah, sounds good. And as everyone is gathering and beginning to share information, we'll probably have Maggie or Ray show up.
Yeah, Ray's coming with his dog Bowser. Everyone can hear the name because I'm just repeatedly using it while I'm talking to him everywhere we go. Does this cafe allow pets?
Yeah, I think they do. Is that
All right. That's good. So Ray will come in, see you guys and wave. He's looking pretty good. It's almost like he hasn't aged in 20 years. It's only once you're closer you see some wrinkles and a little bit thinner hair. But yep, gaunt, really focused on what he's doing, and his dog goes and orders a drink and comes and sits down. Nothing special.
Yeah, what kind of dog is Bowser? Oh, sorry.
Bowser's a lab.
Oh, it's a lab. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he's happy to be here.
And there's Maggie coming in just now.
So Maggie has just drove up to Northtown from Central City. She drives a Jeep. She hasn't really aged much. She looks very much like she did, very young, natural beauty, like when she was in college. Still doesn't wear makeup because she doesn't have to. She just has this natural glow.
You got the jeans.
She's got the jeans on. She's looking very casual, but she's been working the entire ride. 15 years ago after college, I mean, she was again very excited by occult things, and when her mother passed away, she purchased a occult bookstore which she began running called the Enchiridion. This was in her early days. She was very excited about this, but she still enjoyed the occult, but the more time she spent around it after college, a lot of fake people, a lot of people ripping other people off, and she kind of became a little disheartened by the whole thing. But she was invested in it. And she eventually moved her business online, and that's where she made her serious money. She's making money off of this. She's not as into it as she used to be. So she's been working the whole time, probably right up to the moment she gets to the door. She's on her cell phone. But as soon as she sees everyone gathered again for the first time in years, it's like kind of brings her back to how it used to be. And as she walks in, she kind of subconsciously runs her finger along a scar on her hand, similar to what John was mentioning as well. Subconsciously rubs it, and then it's as if the years haven't been. It's like being right back where they were 15 years ago. And she walks in and she's kind of smiles at everyone and says, "Well, hello, everyone. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?"
Maggie, you're looking good.
Well, thank you. You're all looking good.
How do you do it, Maggie?
I don't know. This just must be my genes, I guess. Alicia, how are things with you? I'm so sorry I missed the funeral.
Oh, That's all right. It was a small affair. Um, I miss my husband, but
Yeah.
I mean, life goes on, and it's been a few months, so I'm trying to get back up on my feet. I just started wearing color again, and oh, I found something that I thought you would like, and I open up my bag and I go, I found a 16th century Russian prayer book
Oh,
that I thought you might like very much. It's first edition printing. I
oh
hand it
my.
over to you.
Oh my. This is quite a find. If you're interested in selling it, I could definitely help you
I'm
find a
giving
buyer.
it to you. No, of course, just take it.
Oh, oh, thanks, Alicia. I don't think I would
I
want to
don't
sell
think
it.
that it's
I think I'd
anything
want to
that any
keep it.
great collectors would want, but it's interesting and
Well, it's
it's
something I'll
beautiful.
keep for myself. That's what a thoughtful gift. Thank you so much.
You can hear the sound of the coffee machines going, and the barista, you can see he's got the name Joseph on his name tag, passes across a couple cups across the countertop to you.
Thank you, Joseph.
Well, yeah, no problem. Make yourselves comfortable. I can. Did any of you want food items?
Oh, not for me.
Do you have any breakfast sandwiches?
Yeah, absolutely. There's bacon or sausage.
Um, I'll take one of each, please.
Okay, sounds good. And he moves off to get started working on that. He says, "Yeah, go ahead, sit down.
Let's,
I'll bring it to your table."
this is all right if we move these tables together so that we can all sit
Oh
together.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Move the tables around.
And as you move them, Sarah doesn't really help, but she kind of stays seated where she was and watches you. And she's, "Oh, sorry, I have a lot in my head. I should have thought of that. I guess, yeah, there wasn't going to be able for us to all fit around this little table."
Not a problem, dear.
How have you been, Sarah?
Oh, I've had better times, I guess. Yeah, things have been a bit rough, but and looking at her, perhaps even compared to the rest of you, she's wearing a long sweater and slacks, and you can see that she's kept her sunglasses on. Her hair looks a bit maybe unwashed and kind of she sits there, definitely something on edge about her as she sits there, and she hasn't joined the greetings as the six of you have kind of embraced each other and been warmly reconnecting. She's kind of been perched on the outside of that and watching, saying hi and sharing the salutations, but not really getting into the hugs or handshakes, etc.
Sarah, um, you look like something's bothering you. Do you want to share with us?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's what this is all about. That's what you're all here for. Yeah, if you want, I'll let everyone get seated. So, do you remember David Barber?
Of
Oh,
course.
yes.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course.
He was the leader of the NWOS.
Well, after it, he got married to Bridget soon, or almost right after we finished college. Oh, well, yeah, you remember that. Of course, we were all in that stupid club, weren't we? Well, oh God, I don't know how to tell you this, but David and I have had our own relationship for about 12 years now.
Okay, no judgment here. No judgment.
Yeah. Bridget doesn't know. Their son Michael doesn't know.
And it sounds like David's not interested in leaving his wife.
No. About 10 years ago, David came to me with an idea that he wanted to have a child with me, a Moonchild, a child of the goddess. That takes you guys back. You remember back at the NUOS of all the different ideas David was throwing around and talking about. Yeah, Moonchild. That comes to mind, you all have occult skill.
Yeah.
And so the biggest thing that you remember automatically is that it is child conceived during a specific ritual, on a night with the moon in the sky, and several other elements of ritual and spells and stuff like that being cast.
Is it a full moon or is it a new moon?
It's a full moon, and it's, yeah, drawing back more details. Was it supposed to be all natural, or was it supposed to have powers? Was it supposed to usher in a new age of enlightenment? Different stories and different readings of it had different explanations. It's definitely among a large pack of ideas that you had each left behind at some point in your life.
Look, Sarah, I thought we were leaving all that behind. Life's too short for all that stuff.
I don't.
Well,
Sorry,
You know-
Maggie. I don't know if you believe in it, but
Well,
Di-
I'll be honest. We've grown up. We are not the children we were when we were in college. Yeah, we thought we knew everything then, but we're not those children anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, I do believe there's some kind of something that we don't quite understand, but a lot of it was bullshit, guys. A lot of that,
Yeah,
a
we
lot
were-
of the stuff we saw, bullshit.
we were all quite motivated by our hormones and anything to get in one another's pants, you know.
Yeah.
We were a bunch of Ozzy Osbourne
Yeah, true.
wannabe, in our crew. You know, it was one thing when we're young. You're moving from childhood to adulthood. We should have moved past this stuff by now. I can't believe David still is into this stuff.
Yeah, he's big into it, and I guess he told me that Bridget wasn't and wasn't interested, and so he came to me and he persuaded me, and I gave birth to a son 9 months later.
Oh
And,
my goodness. So you have a son.
I have I have a daughter. I already had a daughter at that point, different father. It was in the almost right after university, to be honest, but and not with David, but David and I had a son, and yeah, he is special. He's the world to me. And you can see tears running down the side of her glasses at this point as she speaks. He is blessed by the goddess, and he's here to do her work. I'm sure you'd like him, but
Oh, of course. Yeah.
but recently things haven't been going so well between me and David. David has just gotten aggressive and unreasonable, and he wants to take my son Sean away from me. He says
wow.
that Sean would be better off living with him and Bridget. He's
But
crazy.
she doesn't know, right?
And
Oh,
yeah, she's crying and looking into her coffee and can't really meet your eyes.
and how old is your son now?
Okay, 3. I believe I just lost my mind here. I think it's 8. Give me a second here.
Well, if you've been
9 years
raising
old.
him, if
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been raising him for 9 years, no court in the country is going to give him away. You've got legal precedent.
well, if you bring up that he's blessed by the goddess, then the court might, have an
Think-
issue with that.
What goddess are you talking about?
Oh,
Well, Luna, the goddess of the moon, the Hecate.
Sarah
You
motions
remember.
with her chin to indicate.
I don't remember
Right
much.
now.
I was high most of the time.
Oh, that's true.
Big
You were.
blur for me.
And naked.
Sarah, I mean, we're your friends and we're here to support you, but you need to talk to a lawyer. I mean, I know some lawyers down in Central City that I could refer you to, but
Well,
he has no right to come for your child. Does Bridget even know that this is?
I think that she does. She must know because he said that Sean's going to go live with them. I just need to get some. I'm kind of between work right now, so I don't know if a lawyer is really something I can do. And
Oh no, you need a lawyer, honey.
Yeah.
Like Maggie said, and don't discount the therapeutic benefits of speaking to a tough lawyer. That really helped me. And I got someone. Oh, let me get her name. She's very good, and her terms are very reasonable. But above all, you have a first conversation with her, and that will frame everything. That will frame the situation, and you'll know where you are. And after that, who knows what needs to happen? But speak to a lawyer, dear.
Sarah, I'm happy to help you out financially if you need some help getting started with this.
Oh gosh, if I'm so sorry to ask this, but honestly, if you could spare like, I don't know, $50 or $50 or $60 right now, I could really use it. Just to how I'm coming up a bit short this month.
Of course.
Honey, that's all. We'll help you. What's going on? Where is your son now? And your daughter?
He's at home. He's fine. At some point, my daughter will be home from school. She's graduated, but she's just doing some makeup courses to try to improve her grades. But she'll be home at some point. I think he the good thing is he's really into his video games, and I can just put him in front of that, and it'll occupy him. He'll be fine till I get home.
Look, Sarah, I have enough money to help you if anything you need, more than I know what to do with right now.
Oh God, Eric,
I don't need it nearly as much as you do.
Oh my God.
And if you're looking for a job, you could come work for me in the antique store. It's really quite easy.
I'm sad, but you gotta the next part is hard because I'm really scared that you're all going to hate me.
Why would we ever hate you?
You're saying these nice things to me because I was part of this with David, and it's not the worst of it. He told me last week that the goddess has spoken to him and demands further payment for Sean, for our Moonchild. The goddess demands payment in blood. And David has chosen the members of the NUOS as his targets. Do you remember Stacy? Well, yes. She's in the madhouse now. She's been institutionalized or taken away or something. Totally like she was cursed by him or something. And God, look at me. And as she lifts her sunglasses up, you can see that her eyes are bloodshot. Her pupils are heavily dilated. She more than ever, you realize that she either is in really, really rough shape or she's been living very, very hard, or maybe a mix of both.
Sarah, you haven't been taking anything, have you?
She looks directly at him and doesn't answer your question, Eric, but looks you directly in the eye and say, and Eric, I'm so sorry, but it's no coincidence, right? It's no coincidence that David's son, Michael, his cancer's in remission.
What are you talking about?
Eric, you feel the temperature in the room suddenly go up by about 3 or 4 degrees, and you feel hot under the collar. You feel heads turning to look at you. Well, like he did something to you to make the goddess take away Michael's cancer.
No. That's not what happened. This was coming to me. It's because of my habits.
It's the first any of the rest of you have heard of this.
And also, I just want to clarify, he has not eaten anything. He ordered the sandwiches and they just sat.
Yeah, they're sitting there in front. Joseph had put them down and backed off.
Look, I know I haven't seen you in forever, but like, Eric, what are you talking about now? And David's son, is he He's not. We're not. It's not the same son as the son you share with
Sean,
him,
no,
Sarah.
no, yeah,
Okay.
that's the son with Bridget. Is
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. The doctor said they can fix it. I just got to take this medication and everything's okay.
What what's wrong? What are you taking medication for?
Just some very treatable, some very minor form of cancer. It's not
Oh
anything bad.
God.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Uh,
This isn't what we're here about, okay?
well, first of all, this is all crazy talk. Okay. David is clearly insane. It's not even a lawyer we need. We need to go to the police if he's threatening you, Sarah, if he's threatening the rest of us. He's obviously psychotic.
Darling, is how are you learning this information? Is David telling this to you?
yeah, yeah.
Then I think David is using our impressionable nature to
Oh
try
God.
to convince you that something's evil. My guess is it's all a psychological trick in order to gain custody of his son by making you look in a court of law crazy.
Oh God,
So
Alicia, if you only knew, it's God. I'm so sorry. How do you think Gary died?
darling, Gary, my husband, who I love dearly, was reckless. He went out riding on his motorcycle and he hit a patch of black ice and he went off the bridge and he died.
You have got to
It
see
was an accident.
that doesn't make sense, does it? Does that make sense to you? David killed him, and
No.
and he's going to do this to all of us, unless
Sarah, stop. Don't, please. Alicia's still going through. She's still trying to deal with this. Don't. It's black ice. It happens. It's an accident. He didn't do it. David couldn't possibly do that. Please, you're upsetting Alicia now.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I gotta go to. I'm gonna just use the washroom. I'll be back in a second. I just have to just have a moment. Okay, give me a second.
Yes, of course. I think this
Alicia.
David
I'm so sorry.
Maggie's gonna follow her after she goes into the restroom because Maggie's very suspicious that Sarah's taking drugs, and I just want to see what she does in the restroom.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. The two of them get up. You can hear the other people in the coffee shop are having their conversations. The coffee machine is going, makes a fair bit of noise, turns on and off. The other five of you are sitting there for a minute, kind of staring at each other. Eric, I'm going to have you roll a spot hidden, please.
That is a 24 under, I think it's a big 24 under 35, so base success.
Wow, a basic success. Okay. You and amongst kind of your friends, your old friends kind of being around you and giving you the occasional kind of glance. Oh God, that pity in their eyes is hard to take. But even worse, you see at some of the other tables, you pick up on the occasional kind of glance your direction and feel a little bit like this has all been kind of overheard and eavesdropped on, and kind of some other conversations have maybe kind of dropped to low whispers with occasional glances your direction.
Look, everything is fine, okay? They gave me medicine, and medicine's supposed to treat it, okay? Don't worry about me. We should be worried about Sarah in the other room. Clearly she's going through more than us.
Darling Eric, you know, the doctors know what they're doing.
I know that.
You know, there's only a few kinds of cancer that are untreatable. If they're treating you, then your chances are very good. What kind of cancer did they say?
I don't think that's it. It's that important. It's stomach cancer. It's just because of habits.
Well, they should be able to. You're a young man. They should be able to find a way to fix it.
Not as young as I once was, but yeah,
Well, and it
no,
won't be
they'll fix
pleasant
it.
because it's going to be a lot of nausea and they'll give you radiation treatments and stuff like that. But now that we know, we'll be there to support you.
Thank you, but
You're our friend.
I think we should be worried about Sarah more.
No,
You know, this
Sarah
this
kind of. I love Sarah, but see, Sarah did get herself into this when she had an affair
well,
with a married man. And I mean, we all knew David. He was a pretty strong personality. I'm sure he coerced her into it.
look,
But
people get cancer even if they're not a part of the Northtown University Occult Club.
Yeah. Well,
you are a generous and a good man, and we love you. And life sucks, but we love you. So,
yeah, Eric, I'm really sorry you're going through that. That's whether we met together or not, right? That's what you've been going through.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, Sarah called us here to focus on David. The way that she described him getting violent with her. Do you all remember his mental breakdown in his last year of college? It's what it reminds me of. He and I were very close. He was one of my best friends, and
You
then
know, I
something
don't remember
changed.
that, Ray. I don't
I don't
remember that.
remember
Why don't you?
the details.
Yeah, why don't you
Tell us.
refresh our memories on that?
Um, well, I mean, yeah, we went through everything we did through the club, and we believed and experimented and really tried to prove that magic existed in this world. Then, yeah, he pushed me away. He had some kind of breakdown. It was I couldn't relate to him afterwards. I think he was institutionalized for a little bit, but
Oh,
I haven't heard a single thing from him
Really?
since. To go from one of my best friends, it seems like he changed his personalities potentially, and I'm assuming that might have happened again in front of Sarah.
maybe he's bipolar or something like that. It's
Yeah,
things that a psychiatrist needs to take
but
care of.
but
I remember liking
I
David back when we were in the club. You know, he
oh
seemed
yeah
like an all right guy. I don't.
He
Yeah.
was intense, but yes,
yeah
yeah, I made
He
a
was
good memory.
charismatic, and he's the kind of every group needs a David to bring people in and to make everyone feel part of something. Speaking of feeling part of something, I'd forgotten really but I got this scar, and that's something that we all have, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
On
got
our
this scar right
hands.
here on my hand.
What was that all about? That was some night in the woods or whatever.
We probably just
But I was a bit
did too
hazy.
we probably did too much
Yeah,
drugs and decided, I don't know, maybe David said we should
yeah
mark that we are part of the club. I don't know.
You think back, it rings a bell, and it feels like that was the moment in time where it all culminated, where everything that was going on, that you were caught up in this feeling of being part of something, of all the time and experiences that you'd shared together. And it was after that night in the woods, just outside of Northtown, where you remember going to this half party, half seance, half ritual in the woods, and the memory, maybe for the first time in years, crosses your mind of David handing out from a satchel a knife, a bone carved knife to each of you, and you smoked something just before it, and drank a bit, and there was a lot going on, but at some point the clothes started coming off. You each cut your hand and splattered some blood on some old skull he had found, and oh god, the rest of it is a blur, but you're almost can't look at each other in the eye thinking back of the nakedness and music blasting from a stereo someone brought along. It was a weird night, and after that night, it wasn't the same. And it was short. It was weeks after that David went into the hospital. And
Well, and we all kind of felt like it was a it was a it was a game we were playing, and then that night it just got a little too out of hand because I don't remember a damn thing about it except I did have a scar the next day. Mine's mostly healed, but
I couldn't remember a thing about it. I would every time I would look at my scar, I had no idea how I got it. But just now when we're talking, uh,
yeah,
I remember
so they
cutting
come
it
back.
with like a bone knife. Do
Uh,
any of you remember that? Or
I
did I hallucinate that?
honestly,
I remember it all pretty well, and no, it wasn't a game, Alicia. Not to
oh,
me and David and a few of the others at least.
I
I
was
I
I
was
mean, but
very sincere, even if it was silly and didn't work.
I think of all of you, I've probably pursued the religious aspect of it for most of my life. But I still, even now, I think that it's because it adds a persona to my character, and people like that. But would I actually worship the goddess of the moon or anything like that? You know, it's a
Is
nice idea, but
we'll cut
this?
over here. Oh, sorry. If you'll go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is really starting to bother me. I mean, I've got a sick feeling in my stomach about this. This just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like we're
Yeah.
all marked. It's like we were
We're
marked
all.
the 13.
marked for death.
And right now in the washroom, Maggie is stepping up behind Sarah as Sarah's at the sink, and she's splashing water. She's pulled up her sleeves and is kind of splashing water in her face, and kind of with another hand holding herself up on the counter, and kind of her body's racked with sobs. And you see her hand, the one with the water, come back, and you see that same scar on her hand as well. And you obviously can't hear the others talking outside about it. In the washroom, it's quite separate from the noise of conversations at different tables and the coffee machines and people coming in and out the door. And in here, you can hear the kind of faint underlining kind of 90s-ish esque pop music kind of playing through the speakers, and you hear a female singer you don't recognize singing the verse of a song. What you're doing and what you're saying, how you fooled me, is not for free. And for some reason, whatever reason, just in the space between Sarah's sobs, that line of singing stands out to you, and you probably haven't never heard the song before. But she turns and looks at you, and I'm going to give you a spot hidden.
Hidden hand. 27. It's just a regular success.
Yeah, she seems focused on. She's kind of just realized that you're there and is quickly trying to push the sunglasses up. You're absolutely certain that she has a black eye. That she's watched a little bit of her makeup off, or something like that with her tears, and has adjusted it. She's fumbling at her purse trying to find makeup to replace it. And oh Maggie, I'm okay. You didn't need to come in. But sorry, what you've actually noticed though is not maybe the black eye so much with the roll, but with the fact that now she's pulled her sleeve up. You see track marks up the inside of her arm.
That's what I was going to ask, if when she pulled up her sleeves, if I could see any drug use. Sarah, what the hell are you doing with your life? When you said you needed $50, $60, that's not an amount somebody asks for that's in trouble. That's somebody that's an addict. They ask for that amount of money. I knew what you were talking about. You're not going to be able to keep your son. And David, we got to get you some help.
But if you can get me that, at least that's enough to keep me covered for a while. I'll be fine. Is that you don't know how quick things change. I just need to feel myself and on top of things.
Well, what happened to your eye? Did somebody hit you? Was it David? Was it that bastard David?
No. It wasn't David. It was a friend. It was someone else.
Oh,
They were just trying to
that's not a
help me.
friend.
Oh God! Yeah, but
Jesus Christ, Sarah, what the hell has happened to you?
Maggie, you can't tell the others, okay? You can't. I know I'm a mess. I'm a mess, but you can't. I need this chance. If I don't have a chance now to get people on my side, once he talks to you, you're going to believe him, and you're not going to believe anything I say. None of you are.
I think you both need help. You definitely need help. I'm concerned about you. David's an asshole. I'm worried about you, honey. You're my friend. We got to get you some help. We do. Anything you need. If you need me to take care of your son, I can help with that. Anything
Sean,
you need, I will keep David away.
He's such a good boy, isn't he? Oh my gosh, I would love for you to meet him. I don't suppose you could maybe just give me a couple minutes to myself, maybe.
You're not gonna take any drugs, are you, sweetie? Promise me that.
No. I guess I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the table with everyone and say you're just freshening up and we're upset. I won't say anything yet, but you and I are gonna have a serious talk together alone, and we're gonna get you some help on anything you need. All right. Every one of us at that table will do anything for you. You know that, right? We'll do anything to help you.
I'm just gonna touch my makeup. I'll be right out.
All right, sweetie. I'm gonna kind of touch her face, not on the side of the bruise, but the black eye, but just like a connection that I like. No time has passed. This 15 years is nothing. You're still my friend, and then I'm gonna go back to the table. Yeah. Probably a little for the first time they've ever seen me visually shaken.
Yeah. And as you turn away from her and go to leave the bathroom, a little bit of that song you still hear again. And for whatever reason, it pops out at you for some reason. And you hear more of this female singer singing. And I don't know if her story's just made up. And I've been told that I'm way better than that, way better than her. And for whatever reason, it sticks with you as you close the bathroom door and go back to sit with them. Yeah. The others of you see Maggie return.
So how is she doing?
How is she?
She was upset. She's freshening herself up. She's gonna come back out in a couple minutes. She just had to freshen herself up just a little bit.
Touching up the makeup?
Yeah.
I noticed. I was here the longest with her, and I noticed, but I didn't say anything, people's private lives.
It wasn't David. It's somebody else that we have to find out about. But
that's what she says. We don't know one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing, in my opinion, is that part of this, I think, is him gaslighting her into believing things. As Eric pointed out, and I touch Eric's hand. See, people get cancer at our age. It's not magic. It's not evil magic. My husband died because he was a reckless man. I told him not to go out, but he still went out. He said that it would clear his mind. Bad things happen to people. I think that he's using these things to trick her. I mean, obviously, if he had magic that could kill people, it's terrible for me to say, but why not just kill her? He would automatically get custody of the child if that's what he wanted.
Making her look completely insane. She has some other issues.
I think that's what it is. It's trying to trick her into believing that she's not worthy. Well, but she raised that child for 9 years.
Well, so there's other victims though. Like she said, Stacy's in the hospital. I definitely will be looking into that soon.
Don't you remember the yellow dress incident? Stacy was always just a little bit,
I want to talk to her at least.
Well, a psychiatric nurse. I wonder which hospital she was admitted to.
Yeah. You are a busy guy, John, and the hospital is there's several wards at it. So it's not likely that you'd know every patient in the entire psychiatric ward, but you definitely would have the ability to look through and see if she is a curtain patient at the hospital where you work.
Well, Stacy might have been admitted to my hospital. I definitely plan on taking a look the next time I go in, see if I
Well, that's
can,
great.
if she's here, to see if I can help her.
Yeah, great. Let me know because she might be willing to speak to me, but it would be. I'm curious what is wrong with her, just to know what
But you
Sarah
can
is
come with me.
accusing David of doing to her. And yeah, Alicia, like I think gaslighting's probably a good word. He has her convinced, and maybe he's tricked himself as well. Like he might,
That's possible. He did have a problem.
yeah. But
I think,
yeah,
Maggie, if
I'd
we
like
could
to.
spend some time together at your bookstore, I'd like to do a little more research into the moon goddess stuff. I mean, it's part of
Definitely.
my personal belief, but I'd like to know where David is getting this
Yeah,
nonsense.
I certainly have the
And I
research.
definitely think, Melinda, that your idea, she needs to get a lawyer. And that would
I
take so much off of her mental problems to have somebody
She might
else.
need to be like taken care of for a while. I don't think that she is responsible. I don't think that David should get the kid, but I don't know that she is in a good position for a
Yeah,
child either.
Ray,
I agree.
at this moment, Ray, you notice that Bowser still is kind of at your feet, has been very well behaved, but is making just a low growl that you can hear.
Oh, that's what's he looking at? I'll disengage out of the conversation right away.
Looking at the front of the coffee shop, and maybe you're the main one to see it, and you can see that somebody has entered the coffee shop. They look to be probably maybe a little bit older than you. You can tell that they are unfortunately likely either homeless or nearly homeless. They have a small paper from a stack, and the person, it's an older woman, is talking to Joe the barista, and after they talk for a minute, you don't see her face, but you see Joe's face looks quite concerned and compassionate, and he nods and takes one of the papers from her, and as she kind of shuffles and makes her way out, he goes up to the front, and you can see there's a small kind of bulletin board, as there are in most Coffee Sparks locations, where he slowly attaches, and you can see that it looks like it's a missing sign. There looks like a picture, but from the table you're sitting at, you can't really see the details of who is depicted on it, but he looks generally like a man. You think you can see kind of some basic details written below it.
Hmm.
Is it like a missing person?
Yeah, a missing person. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will get up and I'll go and have a look.
Yeah. So just as you get up, Melinda, you are passed by Sarah as she comes back and walks past you and slumps into the chair at the table. Melinda, you're able to get up and start walking over there. Sarah, however, is feels different, seems different. She sits, and the glasses are back down again, the sunglasses are on, and she sits and she says, so how are you all having a chance to catch up on things?
Yes, we are.
Yes, yes.
The background a lot.
Darling,
I'm
it'll
gonna,
be all right. I put my
I'm going
hand.
to kind of try to talk to John privately, really quickly. John, I know you're a medical professional. If you get a moment, could we just talk privately for a second? I wanted to ask you something.
Uh, sure. Um, Excuse me, everyone. And I kind of get up and
Yeah.
just kind of walk over.
Where are you leading him, Maggie?
I know I think Maggie's going to Maggie's going to pull a cigarette out and go outside to smoke. She doesn't smoke a lot, but she's seen a lot today. So
Yeah.
she's going to use that as an excuse to go outside and speak to John privately. John, I got to tell you about what I saw in the bathroom because you're a medical professional. I didn't want to bring it up to the group yet, but Sarah has track marks. She's using drugs. She's taking heroin or she's shooting up something. I mean, I kind of got a clue from it when she said she needed to borrow 50 or 60 bucks. That's a weird amount to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a user's amount to ask. So I think she's in a lot deeper. Like I think that David's taken advantage of her situation, being an addict. But like they're all correct at the table. There's no way she could keep that kid or her kids. I mean, she's an addict. We have to get her some help. I know you're a medical professional. I thought you might have some ideas.
Yeah, so that's really serious. About the track marks. I'd like to take a look myself and see. Yeah, so she has all the signs of an addict, is what kind of what you got. Yeah. Well, ideally, we would talk to her. We would do maybe an intervention and try to get her to go to a rehab on her own.
Maggie, I'm going to have you roll a spot hidden while John's talking.
Okay.
Continue on, John. Go ahead.
Because that's the ideal way, because we're all friends. And then failing that, I mean, it's difficult to get someone admitted. I mean, it can happen, but you have to have a lot of evidence, and so far we're just talking about, you're just talking about kind of just what we saw of her today. So and I also feel bad because she is a single mom. I feel bad for the son. I'd like to check in. I mean, I wanted to check in on Stacy, but somebody should check in on Sean.
You hear the sound of bus brakes hitting hard and screeching, and followed by the bus nearby both of you, and as it collides, and you hear the sound of a shopping cart being tossed end over end down the street.
Oh my God.
And
Oh no.
yells and shouts and people panicking nearby.
Oh my God. They hit someone.
Yeah, I'm head outside. I've got medical first aid skills, so if anybody needs help, I can.
Yeah, I'm going to follow John because I know he's a nurse, and I'm just going to go as well because I'm concerned as well.
Okay.
And do we?
I gotta go because I have a job to do.
Yeah, we'll flip back inside for a second as Melinda Moody has come to stand beside the bulletin board, and you are looking at the poster that was put up, the missing persons poster, and it says missing Keith Baxter, and gives you enough of account to realize that Keith might have been a homeless person as well, and is local to these parts and would be around, and now hasn't been seen for several weeks. But when you look at the picture, is it the conversation that's been going on? Is it just everything else on your mind? But this person, this picture has David's face. You're sure, and you squint at it for a second. Is that David Barber?
Is that what he would look like when he was a little older than when I last? It's been many years since I saw him, but
yeah.
If this guy walked past me, I'd say, David.
Yeah. And you have a second where that conviction wavers, and then you're like, well, maybe not, but geez, it sure looks like him.
There's a thing.
And at that moment, you hear a loud crash outside.
Oh, what was that?
Up the door.
It's very clear for those of you still at the table that Sarah doesn't hear it. It doesn't even permutate.
Right.
She's still sitting there staring at her coffee on the table, still kind of slumped.
What is it, Melinda? Has there been an accident?
I'm going out. I'm getting out my phone to dial 911.
Yeah. And as you come around the corner, you can see this grocery cart. You can see John stands nearby. There's a crowd of other people, and the grocery cart's on its side. There's a coat and there's a few other items scattered out on the street, but there's no sign of any body. For John and Maggie, though, I'm going to have you guys roll a quick sanity roll just from kind of the shock and sudden jump of it.
That's a pass, 36 under 45.
That's a pass, 25 under 55.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So for either of you, no loss. You kind of calm down, seeing it. No one can tell if someone was hurt. And as people kind of move around and look at the scene, there seems to be no victim, and nor is there anyone rushing to claim the cart.
Is there a driver?
The bus
For the
driver's
bus.
kind of
What-
come out and is looking around.
What happened?
I saw there was a cart came out in front of the bus. I think it was maybe a kid pushing it or a young man or something.
There's nobody here.
But there's no one here.
There's people standing up in the front seats of the bus trying to crane their heads to look out, and he's trying to do crowd control as few other people, and no one is coming forward to quite say they're sure what they saw or not. Someone says something about thinking it was an old lady who or the lady who maybe sounds like the one who would come into the coffee shop maybe, but there's no trace either way.
Is she under the bus?
Yeah, and if you look around, there's no sign of anyone.
Melinda Moody, Northtown Inquirer. Maybe I could have an interview with you later. I think this. I mean, thank God no one is hurt here. Maybe the trolley just got pushed by some kids, but you thought you saw someone.
I did, and the bus driver's writing down his number. Inside the restaurant, or inside the coffee shop, sorry, Eric and Ray and Alicia are sitting with Sarah. And Alicia, you see the funniest thing. Spinning and kind of rolling down the street, and it kind of looks like it's just going off on the side. You see a wheel, and you're not sure if it was dislodged in the accident or something happened, but it looks like a motorcycle wheel, and it rolls to the edge of the corner and then does the kind of final like fall down, and the sides of it wobble and it lands flat.
Oh my, somebody must have been hit. I think that my internal reaction, the connection to an accident and a motorcycle wheel, I'm going to jump up and I'm going to see what happened. And I go to the door. We've already paid for our coffee, so
Yeah, absolutely. And you're getting up and moving.
I'll be back.
Yeah. And it's Eric and Ray sitting there with Sarah.
I can you stay with Sarah? I'll go see if Alicia needs help.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm out there taking photographs. Northtown Inquirer today, National Inquirer tomorrow.
I'm gonna run outside and kind of like, I know a little bit of first aid, but honestly be at a loss how to help. I'm just gonna kind of see what everyone does.
I don't see the accident.
There's no one there. The lady's vanished.
I kind of, while we're standing there, I take Eric's hand and I give him a squeeze, which just give him some strength.
But
Ray,
here's a thing. Here's a calling card. and I take people through and I show them the missing poster on the wall. Now, who does that remind you of?
When you look at
That
it,
looks
you
like-
see kind of just a homeless guy. It doesn't really occur to you that it looks as though it's anyone.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I could have sworn. I could have sworn that was a different. I could have sworn that was David.
Do you think
Oh,
the
no.
cart might have belonged to
No,
the
no,
woman?
no. It's different. It's different now.
That's
But that's
bizarre.
Someone must
that
have
is a
pushed
number
the
of
cart.
freaky things. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we're all on edge. Just the story that Sarah told, and Sarah's not in a good way. I think we all might be a little on edge. I'm wondering if the cart belonged to that woman that came in and hung that poster up.
It could have been. Yeah.
She,
It got away. Maybe she
Left
was
it.
up the street and it got away from her and rolled down.
yeah, she probably didn't want to stick around for it, just so she didn't get in any trouble.
Ray, you're inside the coffee shop still. Bowser is now steadily growling directly at Sarah. Sarah doesn't seem to notice it, but he
Well,
seems.
I've
And-
been disconnected, just patting him, telling him he's a good boy, and focused on that entirely. So, seeing his attention shift is very strange, but I'm still just gonna be rubbing him with my hand and just saying the same couple phrases over and over.
Yeah. And as you do that, you kind of scan around. A few other people had gotten up to go to the window, and other people are settling back. And you see a young woman come back and sit at the table she was at. It looks like she's been there alone. And she had left the books that she was reading in the coffee shop on the table. And as she lifts it back up, you can't help but catch a glimmer of the name, because you wrote the name of that book. It's on a hard drive back at your place. Do you remember the name maybe of that story you wrote? It was a psychosexual thriller that
Oh man,
God, you couldn't even quite imagine if anyone
I think
else
it was
laying
called
eyes
The
on it.
Glowing Lighthouse.
Yeah. And yet it seems you can see it in there, the glowing White House in her hands, and it says underneath it, written by Ray West.
I'm gonna hold on to Bowser's leash and take a step over there and say, "Excuse me," try to get her attention.
Yeah. And as you're kind of standing over, she looks up at you, and you can see blood pooling under her eyelids, dripping down her face. She says,
All right.
It's a good book, Ray. It's a really good book. And I'll let you make a sanity roll.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 0-6.
You guys are doing good. And
It always has that effect on people.
You feel Bowser kind of beneath you, and maybe it's Melinda's hand on your shoulder as they're coming back in, and snap out of it and look around, and you can see the young woman looks up at you and kind of puts down her book, her Eat, Pray, Love, or something like some bestseller book, or that you recognize right away is not your book, and stares up at you and says, "Sorry, can I help you?"
Oh, sorry, this is embarrassing. I seem to be losing my mind. I will leave you alone now. And I'll sit back down with Sarah.
I had the funniest thing happen to me. I thought I saw something, but it just wasn't.
I feel like I'm on psychoactive drugs and I need to get home now. This is very strange.
Wait a second. Is this one of those marijuana bars?
No, it's a Coffee Sparks. It's got a very good reputation. It's some people would say a little basic, maybe, or they charge too much for their drinks, of course. But
Now let's all sit and calm down. There wasn't an accident. Or was just a shopping cart.
I would feel a lot of comfort in privacy, though.
I think we're all stressed.
Yes.
Look, I'm not going to drive back to center city today. I think I'm gonna get like a motel room or something for and just stay. I want to make sure Sarah's okay.
Oh,
I
Maggie, come and stay with me. You can. I've got the room now.
I would love that, Alicia.
I'd
That would be so
appreciate
nice.
the company.
Maybe
would
we could,
Yeah.
at least if Sarah's up to it, we could see what Sarah's lives, check on Sean, and maybe that would be a more private place. And if David comes by, we'll all be there.
Yeah, I think we
Also, her daughter, who's of an age where maybe she can understand some things. Maybe we should have a word with her,
yes.
and she probably knows a lot more.
See if we can get her confidence and let her feel that she has someone she can talk to, someone who knows her family, her mother, and
Maybe while you all do that, maybe Ray and I will go to the hospital and we're check to see if what we can find on Stacy. Because I feel that whatever's going on now is urgent. And so it might be better. We've got certain things we need to do. We've all got our phones. We can call each other if anything happens.
Has Sarah got a car here? Because she can't drive.
She hasn't responded. She's still sitting there in her own little world.
She's giving a vibe like she shot up or something when she was in the restroom, is it? I mean,
Yes.
John, I spoke with John about this outside. She has track marks. She's definitely an addict.
Right.
Well, maybe
she shot up in the back.
one of you gentlemen could drive her home. We could follow in our car. Maggie, how did you get here?
I took my I drove up. I have a Jeep outside. I can get.
So we both have vehicles. If anybody took the bus, we could help them out. And
I took the bus. Sorry, they said I shouldn't drive with the tests and stuff after that. So
Eric, you're always welcome in my car. We can go make sure that Sarah gets home.
Yeah.
And then she can sleep this off, whatever it is.
I want to check on the kids.
We can do some investigation.
Yeah, talk to her older daughter and see what we can do to help.
Is Bowser still growling at Sarah?
Yeah, he is. And every once in a while goes up to his feet and then kind of as you pet him goes back down again.
Does John notice that Bowser is growling at Sarah?
Yeah, it's probably...
Yeah.
I'm full hunched over talking to Bowser about it. I'm going to be trying to get Sarah to let him sniff her or something, because this is not normal. I'm telling Bowser that she's a friend.
You think it's okay that you all can sit there and judge me for the decisions I've made?
No judgment.
Sarah finally speaks and yeah.
No judgment, Sarah.
No, we just want to help you, Sarah. We're on your side.
We've all made bad decisions.
We're certainly not on that.
We love you.
We're certainly not on that bastard side.
Yeah, we're on your side for sure.
Does David live in this town? I kind of want to just go pound on his door. I don't give a shit what his wife hears. I really want to just tell him off. I am
Maggie, it's best not to get that close into a domestic dispute.
Well, let's hold off on that for now. Maybe later.
Sarah, you invited us here. How do you want us to help you?
I guess I could get a ride if one of you is okay. And her voice has already dropped again from the intensity it had a minute ago, and she sounds kind of more like the same broken person again. I have a place in Meadow Hills.
Oh, that's not that far. We'll get you home to your daughter and son.
Yeah.
David is. David has a place in Arborville, but and you guys know that Northtown, Meadow Hills, where she is not a very good area at all. Arborville's kind of more middle class. It's older homes, but nicer neighborhood and schools nearby and stuff. you're guessing, as Sarah mentions, 118 Crane Street, that sounds very kind of a slumish or much older kind of neighborhood.
A lot of abandoned houses in those areas.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever meet Tyler, my husband? I mean, Sarah, David may be a piece of work, but he's not the only one out there. There's a lot of bad men.
Yes.
And if you're suffering from this guy, you've got to get free. And I promise you, there is a way forwards. And I stretch out and sort of hold her hand on top. We'll see you're okay, honey.
You're just like me, aren't you?
I've made some similar mistakes of listening to a man.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes, but some of yours were just stupid, weren't they? And
well, I was young.
You hear that other edge is in her voice again.
The drug.
I take my hand back. Yeah. Hey, come on, Sarah. We're all trying to help you.
No, none of you actually care about me, do you? Fuck, I should have known better. Why did I fucking submit myself to this? And she steps up and begins to walk, and as she goes past Bowser barks out loud then, and she almost kind of crumples to the floor of the coffee shop.
Oh dear.
No, you
help her up.
Help her up.
I'm gonna go.
John.
I'm gonna go over to her and just try to help her up. When she crumpled to the ground, she still got her sunglasses on her, right?
Yeah, and maybe you could say that they're disturbed if you want. Maybe they're a little askew now, or they even.
I want to see if I can kind of gently take her sunglasses off.
Yeah, she seems to have fainted. She's not quite with it.
Yeah, and I want to make clear that everybody at this table can see the black eye.
Oh yes,
the black eye that Maggie told me about that I haven't seen until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we take her to a hospital right now because she fainted?
Yeah, or call 911. Have an ambulance come.
Can I pick up anything about either the black eye or about her physical condition or anything like that? Maybe on a first aid or
give me a first. I like that. Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna do just a quick kind of cursory look.
Any fresh bleeding on her arm?
So that's a pass.
Nice.
I got a 77 out of 80.
Well, the first thing you get is how frail and thin she is. And you would have to guess that is one of the long-term symptoms of her addiction. You get the sense absolutely for sure that she's using heroin, if not other drugs as well. The black eye is hard to say just from a black eye, but it's not incongruent with being punched in the face.
Yeah.
If we call an ambulance and they take her, they're going to give her Narcanol, aren't they?
They're going to give her naloxone or Narcan. It's a thing.
Yeah.
At this
final
point,
question. Sorry.
I just Googled it.
The track marks on the arm. So when I look at the track marks on the arm, does it how severe does the use appear? Like really severe or like moderate or compared to others? I've probably seen some others at my job. So
yeah, I hate to say it, but severe is the answer.
In the meantime, I'd like to go through her pockets and her bag to see if there's anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah.
Look at her license. We could get her address and
yeah.
Check on
and sure enough, you can see 118 Crane Street over in Meadow Hills. It's not actually super far from here. You can see a few other things. She's got some makeup and various concealers, stuff like that. There is some drug paraphernalia in there as well.
John, since we're probably going to be here a while helping her, is there any way from the hospital that you could get some Narcan that we could have on hand just in case something she overdoses or something. At least we can at least try to
I think,
counteract it in her system.
yeah, I think that's likely. I think I could
Yeah, I think we
probably
should
do
have that
that.
on hand, especially if we're going to be here a while. I think we're going
Yeah.
to be here a while.
I think we need to get her into a safe place.
She seems
Yeah.
to be stirring now. She's slowly coming to, and oh, oh God, I can't. I'm sorry, you guys. I must be freaking you all out. I'm sorry. I'm such a mess. I'm such a mess. I just
We're
oh,
all
yeah.
a mess.
It's okay, dear. Let's just get you
I-
home.
Well, yeah. I should get home. I should check on Sean. God, I'm a terrible mother, aren't I?
No,
How did she get over here? Did she drive or did she walk over here or
He was here to begin with.
Yeah. If you ask her,
Yeah.
she says that she walked.
Okay. And how far away does she live? This Meadow Hill, so that's a different area than Northtown. So
Yeah. It's an area in Northtown. So,
oh,
yeah, it's a subdivision just a little ways away. It's probably about a 10-minute drive max.
You go down
Okay.
north down Harbor, and then you turn on Catella, and
Yeah.
you head up to the.
I'm gonna try to. Was she drinking any water, like or anything when we were? Because I want to get some flu. I want to get her hydrated, get some fluids. Or drink
You can
this,
see her kind of tall coffee cup is still a styrofoam coffee cup from the store. is
Yeah,
still
maybe instead of drinking coffee, you need a glass of water, dear.
I'll go. I'll buy some of those water bottles they have in the cooler.
Yeah.
I'm sure if someone faints, then the barista would be offering us a glass of water or something. You don't
He's
need to
come
buy
on.
a bottle.
Yeah.
A few of the other patrons are all kind of watching a bit anxiously, but Joseph is there, and it says, "Okay, here you go. Are you guys okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get her home. We're friends. We've been friends with her for like 30 years. So yeah, we're gonna get her home. Just be
I-
hydrated.
Yeah. I mean, keeping my voice low so that only our little group can hear. But it's not just the drugs, is it? I mean, there's some mental disorder there. She wasn't just a sad person. She was flicking in and out of another personality. And honestly, that harsher personality, it really frightened me. It reminded me of Tyler. I just don't want to be alone with someone who can demean me like that.
Of course.
I've spent a lot of time healing myself after what happened to me. And I'm happy to be with others and to go home with her and to meet her family, but I just don't want to be alone with someone who can flip like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, let's get her home. Let's get her home.
It's a lot
right
to deal
away.
with. Yes.
Let's get her home right away. Yeah,
Let's
I was going to go to
pile
the
into the
hospital, but
cars.
now I think at this point I'd probably want to help her home.
Yeah.
We
Right
can all
before we
go
go,
if everybody
yeah.
wants to go.
Right before we go, though, I'm going to go over to Joseph with a few bucks just to tip him, to thank him for bringing the water. And I'm just going to ask him, does Sarah come here? We're visiting, like some of us are visiting from out of town. Does Sarah come here a lot?
Yeah. I have seen her once or twice, maybe, and before. You usually with a guy. I think I've seen her with a few different guys actually. Big guy, really heavy set, bearded.
Would I recognize who that might be? Is
That David's description?
That is not David's description.
Okay. We know she did mention that it wasn't David that hit her to me. I'm thinking that in the back of my head.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big guy, bald and bearded.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think. There was at least one time there were three of them now, or maybe even four. There was a woman, dark haired, but and a guy, middle aged, little, not as heavier set or as big frame the other one, but short dark hair.
That sounded like David and what's her name? Bridget to me, or
does not sound like Bridget. As he describes him, sounds a bit like David Barber, all right. But you're not quite sure offhand who the other woman might be.
Are there any names that he wrote on the coffee cups when he was handing them out that he remembers?
He thinks back and says, "You know what? The one gentleman paid for everyone's drinks, and it was that second man, the David, I think, or David."
Yeah, we know who he is. I just was curious. Well, Joseph, thank you for everything you've done today. Thank you for the great service. Wonderful shop, but thank you for helping our friend who's not feeling very well. We're going to get her home now.
You're welcome. You guys take care of her, and if you are, I mean, if there's anything else I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph.
And the 7 of you are standing outside the coffee shop. So what direction were you thinking of heading? And in what configurations, I should say?
It's funny. Well, anybody that did not take a car, anybody that walked or took public transit to get here, you can hop in a car. I did bring my own car.
Yeah, we've got enough cars for everybody.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just all go over.
If Maggie and Alicia are taking Sarah home, then I'll follow in mine.
Yeah, I definitely want to go over too and see Sarah home, even if
I'll go
she's
with
not
you.
in the car with me, or if she is, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So I hear Alicia driving.
Yes.
And who's in the vehicle with you, Alicia?
I probably have Sarah.
You have Sarah. Is Sarah in the front seat with you?
No, I think she can lay down, or if she falls asleep, she can fall asleep in the back seat.
Okay, yeah, back seat. So who's in the passenger front seat?
I'll be in the passenger.
And Eric. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Anyone need a ride? Maggie pulls up.
Yeah, please. And Bowser doesn't get to go in the car very often. He's probably going to be pretty excited.
I love it. Come on in, Ray. Come on in, Bowser.
You need a ride, Melinda?
And I'll follow them in my little Toyota.
Okay, so you're on your...
Well.
And so Melinda and John... Okay. You each head to your vehicles. John, as you're walking, you hear your phone buzz.
Okay. I look down at it.
It's Jules. And can you tell me why you might not want to answer right now?
Well, the thing about Jules is somebody that I have feelings for, but I have not found a way to express those feelings. And something is just kind of stopping me, like maybe too nervous, to fear of rejection,
Yeah. And after a second, the call goes to your answering machine or to your recording, and you open the door of your car and step in, and you can see beside you in the car there is a pile of papers and a mess on the front passenger seat. You don't remember leaving it there, but as you sit down and kind of look at it, you see a cockroach climb out of it and on top of it and on top of the seat, followed by another one. And soon there is a spread of them moving across the seat and coming towards you.
Okay, I don't like cockroaches in particular, so I kind of like jump out of the car and I stand and then I try to catch my breath and then I try to open I try to go around and open the door where the mess is, where the cockroaches are, and then just try to like knock them out of the car.
Yeah, and as you come around the other side of the vehicle and open the passenger door, there's no trace of any of it. It's gone. It's not there.
Oh,
But
sound check.
yeah, let's do a little sound check.
That is a fail.
Do you
64.
maybe remember a time when you were strung out and you were lying on your side and you came to in an apartment somewhere? And do you remember seeing cockroaches then
Yeah.
that were around you, that were maybe on somebody else who wasn't going to get up?
Mm. Yeah, I think I would remember that.
Yeah. Roll a d4, and that will be your sound.
Okay. That's a 2.
2. Okay. Hey, you're shaking as you hear other doors slam, vehicles starting, and you snap out of it. And let's see, it's mid-afternoon, autumn day. You can see Alicia and Eric are helping Sarah into the back of the seat. She seems to be giving kind of a feeble resistance as they help her in.
I reach into my pocket and I kind of, or maybe into my coat, and I kind of clutch at my cards, at the tarot cards that I have, and I just kind of think in my mind, I'm thinking I may have to use these. I mean,
Yeah. They weren't always a joke, were they? At one point, you believed the things you read in them.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one kind of magic that has actually made sense to me.
We'll flip over from you over to Maggie as she gets into her vehicle. Maggie, are you familiar with Northtown these days?
Changed in 15 years. I mean, I know the basic
Yeah,
street
the
layout,
basics,
but
yeah.
they, things, stores are different. A few things are gone that I remember. They've replaced the walkways and the crosswalks, and
Yeah.
but it's not what it was when I was here in school, but I know the street names.
Yeah. And as you drive, you're following behind Alicia's vehicle, and you've got a small kind of convoy of vehicles driving out of the downtown area. What building do you see that's changed since the last time you were around here?
Well, it used to be like this nightclub, well, kind of like a bar club that we'd go to listen to like new wave music and things. It no, it used to look really cool. It was one of the older buildings in town, but now it's been completely that tacky. It's the same building, but the siding and everything that whoever owns it now is probably some kind of, I don't know if it's not a bodega, but sort of like like a little, not a, not a very nice shop, like where people could get like a corner store, like a bodega. It just doesn't look the same. It's tacky and
Yeah. And as you're watching it, you hear your mother's voice behind you say, Maggie, look out for him.
what?
And you see just then, as you've been watching the bodega, a young boy, blonde hair, with a rickety looking bicycle, has stepped out into the road, kind of in between your vehicle and Alicia's.
Oh shit.
And I'll have you roll a drive auto for me.
Drive auto. I am slamming on the brakes. I'm gonna try here. What's my drive auto? Ooh. No, it's higher than base. Thank God. Go.
Yeah. Ray, you're beside her in the passenger seat, and you can see Maggie's been looking around and watching outside when she suddenly slams on the brakes.
Shit, that's a foul. Sorry, that's a
Catching
foul.
the dog.
That's a 56 over 30.
56. And you slam on the brakes. And I think what that means in this case is that as the car jerks to a sudden stop, you feel a little bit of a bump on the back of your vehicle as Melinda vehicle bumps into yours.
Oh.
But there's
I made my drive roll though.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah. So you come
13 over 20.
Yeah, so I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, you pull aside. Everything comes to a stop.
Oh, thank God my car is okay.
And Ray and Maggie, you both look up as you see this blonde kid run back into the alley beside the bodega and runs away from you guys.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, was that? Shit.
Just playing in the street.
I think the car stopped. I'm going to step out. I'm going to yell after the kid. Get back here, you little shit.
And you hear a kid's voice yell back at you, "Free the Moonchild!"
Oh, Jesus.
As it disappears into the alley.
Is that a sanity check?
Now, there's a thing. That is definitely a sanity check.
Yeah, but we'll say it for Maggie and Ray specifically. I think Melinda and John are far enough behind to have maybe not picked up on the full scene.
Good.
That is
happy to preserve.
That's a fail.
Okay, yeah. I will have you take a D4.
Okay.
And Ray, how did you do?
I passed. I rolled 26.
I lost 3.
You focus on calming Bowser and keeping him maintained.
I'm also gonna shout, Maggie, get back in. We're holding up traffic.
And
I lost 3 points.
You lost 3 points. What is it that hearing your mother's voice bothers you about remembering your last conversation with her? Was it something about the store?
Yeah, she really didn't want me wasting my time like on something so ridiculous. It was so she said, what are you, crazy? This stuff isn't real. Why would you waste all that money we spent on your college education and you're going to open this stupid voodoo-y mystical bookstore? Like, what is wrong with you, Maggie? Why are you doing this? And when my mom died, I used every cent of the inheritance she gave so that I could buy the store, pay it off, and just kind of as a last, like, yeah, I'm buying the store.
Nice. And you continue on your way. Alicia and Eric, you both sit in the vehicle at the front along with Sarah as she kind of weakly gives directions.
And we were ahead, so we didn't see any of that.
Yeah, at some point you realize that you've gained on the others by quite a bit, but
they thought they were following right behind us, but
yeah, that they might have lagged.
I'm giving a bit more space.
Well, that's what
between me and Maggie.
Well, I bet they hit a red light or something.
Probably.
Yeah, Melinda, like you're supposed to, like, I should go buy like a traffic, like a post or something, or a mailbox, and you got to count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. By the time you hit there, you got to give me a line.
I figure in the days
I'm only joking, sweetie. We're okay. We're going to be okay.
Of car navigation now that I don't have to worry much about it. But I've probably made Eric thoroughly uncomfortable because I won't stop reassuring him over and over again.
Alicia, it's fine, okay?
Of course it's fine. It will be just fine. You don't need to worry about it.
Let's talk about something else, all right?
All right.
I recently heard about it, okay? It's gonna get resolved. Everything's fine. Let's talk about the store. Let's talk about the store. How is the store doing?
Oh, the store's doing fine. I don't know if I ever told you this, but Gary was furiously jealous of you.
I don't believe that.
I scolded him all the time.
Gary was much cooler than I was.
Well, he pretended a lot, but when you'd leave, he thought that you and I would, could possibly be hooking up on the side. And I told him it was nonsense, but
Well,
It was part of his personality. He was a gentleman, of course. He never hit me, but he did do things that, you know, I don't think I'll ever forgive him for going out that night, and it was so stupid. So stupid.
I mean, I think some of us get our stupid mistakes out when we're younger. Some of us don't
Yeah.
really. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about
Well,
Gary that way.
he didn't think that if he was gone, that, you know, there's tons of things he didn't tell me. I mean, for crying out loud, he didn't tell me the password on our home computer. It's little things like that that I was just so angry at him. But, you know, people who lose people aren't supposed to ever say anything negative about the person who's gone, and
Like,
nobody's perfect.
you remember when we were all setting up your business, he was so infuriated that every time you'd meet in our office,
You
he'd
know,
think we're doing something, and
and
you always
I
would show
can't
up late. It would always be an issue, and the
and
business
I
is
can't
running.
tell
It's
you.
good.
I It's doing well. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your helping us out like that.
Like, I'm happy to help a friend.
And then probably I lose it, and I try to control myself as I'm driving along, and just like, oh,
But it's fine. And then I start doing the
oh.
reassuring thing.
And as this is happening,
Alicia,
you're pulling up in front of the house, and at that moment, you guys realize for the first time in probably the last 10 minutes of talking that you're not the only two people in the vehicle.
Yeah, I look back. Are you all right? I think we've arrived.
And Sarah sits in the seat. You can see her sunglasses are in her lap, and she stares at you with just nothing but the whites of her eyes staring. There's no pupils.
Oh, I think that's called crashing. Is she crashing? Uh,
I would maybe know a thing or two actually. So I would
call John. Call John on the phone and ask him. They should be here really soon.
I'm right behind you.
could I roll a first aid roll and try to help her as much as I can in, in the meantime.
Yes, her eyes have rolled back into her head.
Right, and yet she sits there maintaining her posture, and her head snaps to stare at you, Alicia. And she said, "You don't believe us, but we killed Gary."
She's definitely on more something. I know what that looks like. I know
I'm
what that's
gonna
like. Alicia,
give a
just
roll for sanity.
Alicia, it's probably best you get out.
I'm a very reasonable person, so it's just the drugs. It's just the drugs. It's just the drugs.
And you're next, Derek. And then Alicia will be alone again.
Shut up. And I'm gonna also
So-
do the sanity roll.
Punch her right in the face.
That is, I am sure that is a failure. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a
take
failure,
one.
but
Take one. And I'm so sorry to drag you into this. I can't. Oh my God! Come into the house.
Right.
And her eyes are
So
fine.
she's come back. Okay.
She's come back, and it's her, and she
Well-
pushes open the vehicle door.
Okay. I move around to help steady her if she needs it, but it doesn't look like she needs it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And as soon as I see John, I'm like, her eyes rolled back into her head like she was crashing.
Well, that can happen. That can happen sometimes.
But now she seems
Seems that she's
lucid
like
again.
coming and going.
she's doing the thing where she lashes out again. You know,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, there's more
Let's
going
get her
on
into
here.
the house.
I'm a nurse. I'm not a doctor. There's more here. This might be above my pay grade. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but she's lost a lot of weight. her drug addiction looks severe, as far as what I can tell. And yeah, she needs help. But let's get her inside.
Do you sorry, do you think
Yeah,
this
go
might
ahead.
be stress trigger? Do you think it's with the whole David situation?
She
It's a
certainly has
combination of
stress.
everything. It's the drugs, it's the stress, it's a witch's brew of just, just combination of factors. It might be she's not drinking enough water too. She's dehydrated.
See, she's walked up to the front door and is messing with keys out of her purse and opens the door.
We're right behind her.
You can see the house to the immediate left has boards over one window, and you can see graffiti on a nearby shed. The grass is quite long. It hasn't been cut in some time. There's a bit of garbage kind of off to one side of it.
Lock your cars here, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that this has been a stressful day for all of us, but have you noticed some weird things going on today, or are we just it's just too much stress and we're exhausted? But
I think it's the stress and the shock, and I mean, yes, I've noticed weird things.
It's not just you, Maggie.
I have felt as though somebody has slipped me some drugs.
Do you remember when we had that little lecture on Pritchard's theories that people who are using drugs or are mentally ill are more susceptible to picking up the vibrations of, well, he said evil spirits, but it
Ironically,
does
I
seem
wouldn't.
like
Some shit's skin permeable. Did we just catch it from touching Sarah?
Or
Oh,
there's
you mean
something
drugs?
airborne.
It was in the
Something in the
no, it
coffee.
wouldn't be I don't think it would be.
Well, I
Unless
don't
it's-
think that the coffee shop drug.
We didn't
me,
all
but,
drink the
I mean,
same thing.
Sarah's
Some of us were
obviously-
drinking. Some of us were drinking tea. Some of us were drinking bottled water. We
Yes.
weren't all drinking the same
we
coffee.
got our own
Right.
beverages. Sarah didn't. They weren't like sitting there, and Sarah had doped us. Or I don't know. Contact buzz. I don't know.
I would know if it's
um,
drugs.
I don't
it's
think
also not
heroin
out of
works
the
that way.
realm of the possibility that those who have gone on the other side are trying to warn us. I mean, we shouldn't entirely, we haven't completely given up our beliefs that there are things that we don't understand.
You remember
And
the
she
tarot
has-
card tricks I used to do?
Yes.
I still do those on occasion. That's the one thing. It's the one and
Nice.
only thing from our society that I haven't given up. And I pull the tarot cards out of my pocket and I show them to everybody, and I say I still have them.
You know,
I admit
yeah,
too
John,
that
that's awesome.
I continue to have certain devotions to our pagan beliefs. Certainly, it's the only religion that I've ever thought was real. But I mean, it's all on a, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious sort of thing.
The thing about this thing about these tarot card readings is whenever I ask like a question, and I found out, because I've done this many, many times, and if it's a yes or no question, somehow an answer, I can hear a yes or a no pop into my head. And you might think it's just my imagination or something, but the funny thing is, it's never been wrong. It's never. I've never got an answer yes and found out later it was no, or vice versa. It's uncanny how accurate it is.
I have a running gag that I've always done. Whenever we've gone to a toy store, I always get one of those magic 8 balls and flip it over and ask it a question. And so far, it's always correct as well.
Well,
Yeah.
The folk.
You can make fun of me, Alicia, but
I'm not. I don't mean to make fun of you.
I'm telling you, it's deadly accurate. And I think whenever I've been in parts of my life where I've felt like I really need, where I'm really worried, I've turned to the cards, and they've always told the truth.
they've always. I also have cards. They've always been for me a way to look inside myself. And yes, they always tell me what I need to know.
We don't need to have those devices to look inside ourselves. This is the teaching of Buddha. Buddha teaches us that this world is one of suffering, and we must accept it and let go of the pain and move on. And that's the role for why we're here. Now, I'm not very good at this. There are others who are doing it much better. But something else, that some of the people who come into Buddhism are ex-addicts. And what they say is the first thing you need is to sort of admit you have a problem. And I think we have in Sarah someone who seems, at some points, she seems to really understand she is in a position of pain, but at other times it's something very different, and a different kind of individual that's in there. Yeah, I mean, is there magic or not? I don't know. I had spooky things happen to me with the Ouija board, as we know, and I still get those sort of insights. A bit like John was saying, I'm not sure how accurate they are. I haven't really tracked, but certainly it's. I'm not a very good Buddhist for those kind of reasons, but nevertheless, it's the best I've found after that POS Tyler left me.
Well,
six of you stand in front of the house, and you can see Sarah's waving you, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go in.
We go in.
Yeah.
Maggie's kind of thinking to herself, she doesn't want to hurt her friends' feelings, especially this day when they're all so vulnerable right now. But she's thinking, my God, I've sold thousands and thousands of dollars online of these Ouija boards, tarot cards, ridiculous books. It's not real. Yeah. It's the one thing I've learned. I used to believe all this, but it's not real. It's not real. It can't be real.
As you're thinking that, everyone's kind of walking up to the house, and maybe as Maggie's lost in thought, maybe you fall into the back of the group as you're considering this. We'll close up this first session as Eric is walking and glancing over to the side. You happen to notice something shiny in the overgrown grass and make out the shape of a discarded needle as you step up into the house, and it just kind of sticks in your mind in a way, not physically, but in that you remember it and take note of it. Ray, you follow Eric in and look around and see flashes of light from inside. John and Melinda, you each feel the pull of your various crafts, perhaps Alicia as well, the things that Alicia perhaps is racking her mind, thinking of what books Maggie might have or what there was to learn more of the ritual to create and what is a Moonchild. But Maggie at the back, as you look ahead again to try to catch up to the others, you are the only one to notice the young 8 or 9-year-old boy who's looking out from the second story window watching your group approach the house. And you can see his blonde hair hangs long over his eyes, and he flashes you a familiar smile and disappears into the house. It is the kid from downtown on the bike. And that is where we'll close the first session.
Excellent. Really good role playing from everybody. This was
oh my gosh,
this has been intense. I love it.
Yeah, you guys all dove in. I love it. I truly, truly hope everyone felt like you had a chance to shine and had a chance to tell us a bit about your character. If anyone didn't, we have time yet where we'll dive into some of the backgrounds and some of the other stories. There will be a lot of points in this where I will have you, will help dive into a little bit of those background stories and things you remember from the dark years in your lives.
Our players included Sawyer Hill, Andrew Buchanan, Joe Bartalis, Kaylin McDowell, Justin Baumgardner, and myself, with Mike McKen as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.